Ladies and gentlemen, present to you this morning the Emergency Response Patrol. This initiative brings a total overall to the Rapid Response Unit and will bring greater efficiency, a faster response time, and better coordination of resources. The concept of the operation has to do with, again, the principles that I continue to speak about: good management, good leadership, measurement of performance, and accountability. The Emergency Response Patrol will add 60 new vehicles to the existing fleet of the 20 of the previous Rapid Response Unit. 42 of these vehicles were actually used ahead of schedule in the wake of the devastating floods that affected several communities last week. The ERP will initially be launched in the Western and Port of Spain divisions and eventually become operational throughout all 9 policing divisions. We intend to pump technology never seen before in the history of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, and through the use of technology, as I stated, it will measure performance, make us accountable, and it will assist in a higher visibility, a rapid response, and a very heavy deterrent to assist in what is required, not just to prevent crime, but to take away the perception and fear of crime. What you will be seeing will be the GPS on the vehicles, but the GPS is not just to ensure that a vehicle is not stolen, but the GPS will be able now, through it being tracked from an operational command center that is also going to be launched, and a commissioner's command center with a revamped E999 unit to be able to monitor the vehicles, ensure they stay in their area of responsibility. And then with that, with a 999 call, you can then immediately have the 999 operators monitor where the vehicles are in closest proximity to that distress call. So for example, if you have 10 odd vehicles in a division, say the Western Division, I ask you to picture a blanket over Trinidad and Tobago, which is what we would be doing. This blanket will have, say, 10 vehicles in one division. 10 vehicles in one division strategically placed at all times, staying in your area of responsibility, because you're now being monitored to ensure that you do not divert from your area of responsibility. What this will do is to ensure that now you can actually get a response to a distress call probably in seconds, and the maximum of 3 to 5 minutes on most occasions. Now, the officers in this unit, they will be heavily trained in customer service, weapon training, offensive and defensive driving, forensic awareness, crime scene management, introduction to situation leadership, use of force and conflict leadership, stop and search techniques, and obviously the full use of the minimum use of force policy, where also, as I spoke about, we have to move away from the police officer just being allowed from verbal persuasion straight to the firearm. The minimum use of force will be used based on the escalation of the threat, that being from verbal persuasion to the radio for backup, where other vehicles in the ERP and other units can now come for reinforcement if the situation escalates. And then the other pieces of equipment, from pepper spray to tasers to rubber bullets to the firearm, being the last resort. Citizens have been calling for better service from the police service, and I assure you that we are listening. This is a start of many new policies, and this is not cosmetic. You will be seeing it, you will be feeling it, you will actually know for a fact that the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, we are moving forward in the right direction. You will actually be also seeing other aspects in this unit, whereby again the use of technology. On the pilot project, you will actually see cameras on the vehicle itself, and these cameras is not there to just record, but it will be feeding information back to the operational command center in real time, so that the operational commanders can see what is happening on the ground and analyze whether it is, based on the situation, if it escalates, what is required. And it can require other arms of the protective services, fire services, the defense force, or what other units may be required. You will also be seeing the use of a notepad on the dashboard of these police vehicles, of the ERP. With the notepad, it will also ensure that when the officers, while they are getting to the scene of the distress call, they can actually be reading and monitoring what it is they are getting themselves into. So through the notepad, you can actually be fed from the 999 bin and letting you know exactly as much as possible from that distress call. So it's no longer a situation of police officers just being told respond to the scene of a crime or a distress call. They must now be mentally and physically prepared to know what it is they're getting into. That notepad will also be used again with the use of technology, assist eventually with information such as information on license plate recognition, the driver's permits of individuals, so that you can know if the person has a criminal record. It will be going to pump data. It will also include aspects of facial recognition, fingerprint, and other elements. So with all of this, what we are moving is it's intelligence-driven policing, the utilization of proper technology to ensure that we can operate in an effective and efficient manner. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the new Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. And with this, I just ask the Minister of National Security to kindly address you, please.
This morning, you all are going to see firsthand a very proud moment in our police service as you launch the first wave of technology that is going to be utilized to make your job safer, because we're able to monitor you from off of the scene, but also, as you heard the Commissioner state a short while ago, an important element is being able to pump information to you before you get on the ground and before you get to the scene, real-time information. And we're building in national security the database to be used and getting as much information in there for the utilization of our law enforcement officers.